Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Sunshine Acres. Jason here. We're here in the kiln container today, and we've got our baffle material here, which is just basically a piece of TPO roofing. And what we're going to do is slowly attach this guy to our beam that we put in up top. I just want to tack it in with some deck screws, and then I want to add a piece of 2x4 underneath to totally secure that, sandwich it in. And then at that point, we're going to run a series of rope cables, and that will allow it to roll up. It may be hard to envision now, but you figure we've got 4 or 5 foot tall wood material here, and then we want to cut that airflow off above that from the top of the wood to the ceiling. So we want this to roll up nice and easy. And I'll put a clip in right now of when we went to see the IDRY folks down in Atlanta a few weeks ago, and they had a short container there just for display that they were using, but you can see how that works. Right now, that's the goal. I'm a little nervous about this video. I'm not sure I have enough point locations. I'm gonna do 3 roll-up locations, 1 on each end approximately, and 1 about in the center. And hopefully that'll be enough. This is a pretty heavy material, so I don't know if that'll be enough location points to effectively do this, but we'll see. We're gonna get started. Like I said, we'll tack this guy up, get it secure, and then start working with the ropes and pulleys and go from there. But come along. All right, so right off the bat, we're gonna have a change of plans here. You saw me trying to hang that, and it was tearing the material. I was hoping to be able to get a few screws just started and be able to hold the weight and then just kind of work my way down. I don't think that's going to be viable, so I'm gonna go ahead and attach. You can see I've got the 2x4s, both pressure treated. I got 8 footers instead of 10 because I don't want them to go to the ends. I want to have that play one way or the other to be able to kind of tighten this curtain up. And it's really, all that does is just creates a little sandwich up to our beam spot. So it's a little tricky here by myself because there's a lot of, if I had another extra set of hands, I could hold things up and do that. So I'm not quite sure how this is going to work, but I'm going to try to do the first 2x4 closest to the kiln and attach the rubber to that 2x4. And then I'm going to get my jacks back out that we used to install these beams a couple videos ago. And hopefully that's enough stability to be able to, I can lift it up on top of those and then attach it one time, and then we'll try to do the second one. Won't be able to do it the same way because it'll already be halfway in the air, but hopefully that will work. So, all right, this is game plan number 2. We'll try again. Come on. Okay, so I knew this wouldn't be perfectly clean, but that's not bad. We got the top of the baffle sandwiched in between 2x4, 4x4. And then we started rolling up the bottom. Now we'll add some rope and pulleys. All right, it's kind of hard to get a decent angle in here between the sun and being in a container, but what we're gonna do with the pulleys and rope is I'm gonna come in 3 locations, just, you can't even see that. I'm gonna come in a couple feet off each end, and then I'm gonna put one in the center, and I hope that's enough. It may not be. If that's the case, we'll go back, we'll punt, we'll get some bigger pulleys, and we'll probably just add more. You know, we'll probably add, you know, if 3 doesn't work, we'll go to 5 and go from there. But so the hook and pulley system is going to be, if I show you the one in the middle on the back side of this, we're going to put one stationary eye hook that we can feed the rope through. The rope will come down underneath and then come to a pulley. We'll have one of those, 2 of those will come this direction, and then this last one, combine all 3 of them, and then if all that works the way it's supposed to, we'll be able to pull that one location. It'll roll this thing up nice and easy. Nothing ever goes nice and easy out here, so I don't expect that to happen, but we'll see. So we're gonna put these first 3 stations in and then see what kind of functionality we get. Come on. All right, so pretty pleased with how everything's hooking up so far. I definitely don't like that I only have 3 locations. I'm actually gonna add 4, go to a total of 7 right off the bat. I can tell already with the weight of this curtain, the more the merrier here. So we're gonna get that. We're gonna get some more hardware, get some more pulleys, rope, and basically put 2, you know, 1 on each end and then fill the gaps here. So we'll add 4 more for a total of 7. And the other thing, I think I want to look at unrolling this and really getting it rolled up tighter, and I may cut some material off the bottom to eliminate weight, but we'll see how it goes. We can make those modifications later after we start using it. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. But yeah, that's where we're at. I'm gonna close this video down for now, but I'll join you back probably tomorrow, if not the following day. We'll get some more hardware, get this thing buttoned up. Okay, so it's been a couple days since we've been up here working on the baffle for the kiln container. And today what we're gonna do, I've been thinking about this and looking at it. I think I'm gonna cut the material off the bottom to reduce the weight of it. And then I've got 2 pieces of conduit here left over in the barn. I don't know if you can quite see that. Use that, tape it to the bottom to really start to try to convince the baffle to roll. And once it gets conditioned, it will go up and down. So I'm gonna cut the bottom, put these conduits in to start the roll. I'm gonna add the 4 positions as we talked about, and then go from there. Hopefully that will make it nice and easy and light and be able to make it function very nicely. But here we go. Okay, so you saw me roll it up and down a couple times. Pretty happy with everything in general. There's definitely some modifications and some tweaks that need to happen. Those last 2 cords closest to the kiln itself, I need to adjust the lengths on where the knot hits the pulley on those so they all kind of work in unison. And then I also want to keep an eye on just the overall height. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to get too caught up into it. I mean, this is a functional thing. I mean, all it's trying to do is restrict airflow from one side of the kiln to the other. So I don't think you get any style points for making all your pulley system real cute, but it would be nice. So I will continue to modify this and tweak it just so it's easier to use. But I'm pretty happy with that. That thing put my mind in a pretzel a little bit a couple times as far as where to tie into and how to link them up. But let me get behind the camera quick. So for each one of our 7 pulley stations, I actually ran 1 isolated rope from the back to the front pulley. So each one is its own baby. And then I create a loop on that and then just daisy chained each one up until the last two. And that was because of the length of the rope. And that length is what I'm talking about, is what I need to adjust just a little bit. So basically I've got dual pulleys now. I've got this one for the last two and the first one for all the rest of them. So I'd like that last one to come up a little bit higher on that than it does right now. But other than that, I mean, it's good to go. It's functional. Lessons learned with this. I mean, obviously the more hands you can have on this, the better. I struggled big time trying to get it spread out, started getting it to roll properly, cutting things straight. In hindsight, even if I was by myself again, if I was to do this again, even if I'm by myself, I would have cleaned out the floor in the utility building behind me, spread the tarp all the way out flat, measure everything, chalk lines, cut everything nice and neat, wrap the top slowly, have that whole thing connected. But ideally, more hands the better. I mean, if you could have, I don't know, 2-3 people on this would be nice. Several applications, even lifting it up at the beginning of this video, you saw me trying to get up and over. But it is what it is. So one last thing for this video, we're gonna go ahead and load this bad boy up. All right, we're gonna call that a wrap. Holy smokes, this has been a long time coming for this guy. We waffled which kiln we were gonna get for probably a year. Finally decided on the IDRY Air. If you go back, watch our videos, we've got the container for that guy. Got everything set up, put the floor in it, got the installation put up, mounted the kiln. Got the baffle put in on this one. I'm gonna go ahead and lower that now. You can see this stack here is as high as we want to go. That's 65 inches. That's right about where that baffle rolls up to. Yeah, I like that a lot. I've got a little bit of air gap here, so I'll probably just place a piece of wood against the baffle, just keep airflow from going against it. So what we've got here in the kiln, we've got 2 baskets of hickory chunks. We've got 1 pallet of white oak blanks for cooking wood, barbecue stuff. And then this is a mixed pallet here, white oak, and then switch to hickory on top as well. So this is the first kiln load. Pretty excited about this. I'm gonna fire this guy up right now. So I've got this sun coming in right here. It's 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know if you're able to see this monitor or not. I don't know if I'll be able to see this monitor or not. Get out of here, buddy. See, you can see that air flowing. I think you can kind of tell now. So once we close all the doors up, got the baffle, so that stops the air from going over top of it. Imagine these doors are closed, so we want all that air to come down through here and then be pushed through the wood to the other side of the baffle, out this side and then back, and then it'll vent out through that side. And then every couple hours it switches and then the air flows this way. Okay, so I went and shut it off so you could hear me for the last couple seconds, but yeah, that's about it. So we're gonna start drying wood. This is very exciting to me. First products we're gonna have on hand. I checked the moisture content and everything was sitting, I cut into, outside was like 10%, 12%, which that's really close to where we want to be. I cut through a couple, checked the inside, it was like 17, 18%. So that's got a little ways to go to come down. I actually want to get everything to like 8% is my goal. 8%, and once we get there, then we'll back off and we'll actually do do the bug kill and the heat treat. So we'll blast this thing, and that gets us per USDA standards, and we're able to ship this anywhere we want. We can put it in the mail and do all that good stuff. So this is it. This is what we've been waiting on. I'm super excited. I hope y'all are as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, hit subscribe, tell your mama, tell your friends, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.